The crisp air, leaves changing color. Fall season brings with it all things warm and fuzzy. But in the world of true crime, this time of the year is synonymous with an infamous serial killer. The world knows him as Jack the Ripper. The murders were not limited to 1 month, but this time of the year has a certain significance in the story, which began 137 years ago. To date, the crime intrigues many around the world. It is 1888. We are in Whitechapel district of London. Many parts of this district are impoverished. Poverty, crime, prostitution, all highly prevalent. By England standards, the district is rather overcrowded. There is nothing unique about Whitechapel or out of the ordinary about this place. But in 1888, everything changed. A series of murders put Whitechapel on the news and on the global map. Between August and November of 1888, several women are murdered one after the other. They all have one thing in common. All victims are prostitutes. To date, there is no official number of victims of Jack the Ripper, or JTR. Some say he killed 4 women. Others say the count is as high as 11. The most acceptable and widely acknowledged number is 5. And here's the list of all the alleged victims so far. The first victim is Mary Ann Nichols. She's found murdered on August 31st, 1888. Within days, another victim is found. The second murder victim is found on September 8th that year. Her name is Annie Chapman. On September 30th, authorities found not 1 but 2 women murdered, Elizabeth Stride and Catherine Eddowes. The 5th victim is Mary Jane Kelly, whose mutilated body the police found on 9th of November that year. Her killing is the most gruesome of all. In all 5 murders, bodies are mutilated. Some organs are missing. This led to speculation that the unknown killer has surgical knowledge. Now, this is an era science technology in the world of crime. Forensic and DNA testing is years away, so the police's job is a difficult one. Are the murders connected? Are there different criminals to find? From here began a long saga to investigate and uncover the murderer, whose name and identity is unknown. Police tried long and hard to track the murderer. Lack of technology meant physical investigation alone. Officials then visit many homes, pubs, and even mental health hospitals to find any witness, any lead, and look for suspects. The records reveal that police interviewed more than 2,000 people, and they followed up on 300 lines of inquiry. The police also arrested 80 people across London for further investigation and questioning. There is no lead for a long time. Many years pass, and murders come to light one after another. The killer's identity unknown, but over time he gets a name that becomes popular all across the world: Jack the Ripper. How did the name come about? A few days before the double murder on October 30th, 1888, police had received a letter which the killer allegedly wrote. The letter, they say, was to mock the police and give details about what he would do to his next victim. Now, this letter was signed with a name, and that name is Jack the Ripper. Eventually, police makes the letter public. But that decision proves to be a big mistake. A mistake that would create chaos and derail the entire investigation. Shortly after putting the letter out, police understood that it was not written by the supposed killer. But one letter generated so much buzz that soon enough, authorities start to receive a mountain of hoax letters. Year after year, the serial killer's identity remains a mystery. Since the murders unfolded so long ago, many actual case files have been lost. But in February this year, reports emerged of a breakthrough. Forensic scientists are claiming that they finally found Jack the Ripper's identity. So who is the alleged killer behind this infamous name? The name now doing rounds is Aaron Kosminski, then 23 years old, a Polish man, a barber by profession. Now, he was a suspect all those years ago, but now forensics say that the evidence is almost undeniable. And what led to the breakthrough? Officials say it was a shawl which was recovered from the crime scene of the fifth suspect, Catherine Eddowes. DNA from the blood stains on this shawl led to forensic experts and genetic analysts tracking this evidence back to Aaron Kosminski. He is even said to have lived in the proximity of the crime scenes all those years ago. And the Polish man was also identified, but one of the witnesses more than 100 years ago. But back then, there was no incriminating evidence, and police had to set Kosminski free. Now, this alleged serial killer is long dead. Evidence suggests that in the later years of his life, Kosminski ended up in a mental asylum. He died in 1919, 106 years ago. There is no question of justice now, all these years later. But there is a sense of closure for many, and the mystery truly ends for true crime fans. But there are still some critics who are not convinced of Jack the Ripper's identity. They say the shawl in question could have been contaminated over the past century. So now the question is, has this cold case truly been put to rest once and for all? And if not, will we ever know who Jack the Ripper really is? That's all we have for you on this episode of Prime Crime. We'll be back next week with more such stories and cases from around the world. Thanks for watching.